At Carnwright Beast Coast Pro Staff, just got me a new box of baits in. And open them up, unbox them, talk about some of the baits. Alright guys, I can already see right here on the top. You can see this is the brand new sled. It's a jig head. It's a unique jig head. We're gonna look at it here in a second. Bunch of stickers, of course, with every order you get a bunch of stickers. I got my receipt here. And we got a whole bunch of tackle. So I just went and turned on my fan because the mosquitoes are getting pretty bad in my garage right now. Anyway, we'll start out with the sled. Brand new swim bait sled jig head from Beast Coast Fishing. Very unique jig head. I got 10 packs in here. I got 3/8 ounce down to a 1/4 ounce size, and I got like some, I think I just got 2/0 like 3/0 jig head hooks. So you get 3 per pack, 3 jig heads per pack. Let's take a look here. I believe they have a BKK hook in them, probably the same hook that's used in the Sniper possibly, but there she is. I really like this keeper they've got on it. With a double keeper, it should really hold everything on there. So a unique jig head. What it's designed for is literally just dragging a swim bait across the bottom of the lake. So a couple swim bait packs here, so I'll pull them out. First, we'll look at a 2.8 inch slow flow from Beast Coast, which was a bait that was somewhat designed to be matched up with this sled jig head. All right, there you go. That's a 2.8 5-inch slow flow rigged on. Size that I grab here, 3/8 with a 2/0 hook, so that fits pretty good. Honestly, a 1/0 is probably gonna be better for this bait, but this isn't too big. It fits right in at the end of the hook slot. Anyway, much different design than just like your typical ball head, so it should be better up shallow when you're fishing it in, 2 to 4 feet of water. For sure, it should come over the rock a lot better. All right, next I'm going to rig up. It's a 3.3 inch Keitech style bait. These are Strike King, but okay, looky there, 3.3 inch. So I really like that one. I really like that matched up there. 2/0 hook with the 3.3. I think that's a good ratio on it. And I'll rig up one more. I'm gonna go with a 3.8. Just see how that looks. So the real deal, Keitech 3.8. Okay, there is a 3.8 Keitech with a 2/0 jig head on there. It's a little small, definitely. You definitely want like a 3/0 or a 4/0 version with a bait this size, but. So here's all 3 lined up. Okay, so that's the swim bait sled jig head. Definitely a unique jig head. It's gonna have a place in my arsenal, absolutely, especially early, pre-spawn when the fish are super shallow. I think it's gonna be pretty legit. So, Blade Runners. I got a whole bunch of different colors here. Let me see. Okay, so I ordered 6 different colors of the Blade Runner. kind of just a restock. So I got for Fire Craw, color Heat. We got Chartreuse Shad. Once again, Beast Coast does a great job matching all of the Evergreen Jackhammer Chatterbait color schemes. And Green Pumpkin, I got Chartreuse Pumpkin. We got Pumpkin Shad to match that Green Pumpkin Shad Chatterbait. And then, of course, Pro Pearl, which is probably my all-around favorite color to use. I typically use this Pro Pearl color with any of the whites or that Green Pumpkin Shad. I really like that one. I use that one definitely the most. So a bunch of packs of the Blade Runners. Got the Flippin' Delight. I got 3 different colors of this, mainly the 3 colors that I use of this bait. I really like this bait for flipping. I've gotten to use it a lot more over the last, I don't know, I would say like 6 to 8 months of fishing. And I'm a D-bomb guy. I like to flip a D-bomb, but this thing is honestly really good. And I find myself flipping this the majority of the time now. And I'll tell you why in a minute, but I got Bruised. We got Dark Green Pumpkin, and then I got Dirtbag. So these are like the 3 colors I mainly flip, all pretty dark. So here I'll pull out one and talk about it for a second. So here's the bait. I'll tell you why I really like it for flipping. And what I really like about it is it's got a lot of meat to it here, okay? So it slides in and out because it's relatively a narrow bait, but it's pretty wide. So it slides in and out of grass really well, I find. And it's got a lot of meat up here, so when you're putting your big 5/0 flipping hook in there, it's not going to tear. And then also down here in the back of it, where your hook point goes in, a lot of baits, you put the bait in, or you put the hook into the bait, and when you put the barb through the bottom end, the hook point will tend to stick out just a tad. Not the case with this bait, so I'll show you how I rig it up. So I just got like a 5/0. This is a Trocar Monster flipping hook. It's the flipping hook that I like to flip with, and we'll rig it up here. Okay, so you can see a lot of meat up here at the top, no rip. Everything's gonna come out pretty good. And this hook actually lines up, I find, phenomenally with this bait in general. Okay, so I've got it rigged up. My barb's in it, and then on the top, I can push down, rub my finger. I can feel like the hardness, like where the point is almost about to stick out, but there's nothing there, which is just great. So it comes in and out of cover great, and makes me really efficient. And not to mention that they just eat it. The craws on the back, it kind of reminds me of the old Berkley Pit Boss, the 2 craws here that you break off. And then it's kind of got the beaver style deal here too. So it's kind of like a mix of everything. I really like it. I've caught a lot of largemouth on it so far, and it's just another great bait. On to the jigs. The first jig, we've got the 3/4 ounce Maxfield tungsten jig. I got 2 colors in it. I got Dirtbag, and then I got Stealth Pumpkin. 2 just dark colors for dragging around. I ordered like 5 of each or so. Each color. Pop it out and take a look. So as I've stated in the past, absolutely love the Beast Coast packaging. It allows me to just keep all my jigs right in the package. A lot of big skirt material on this, kind of like a big mop jig. Okay, lighter diameter hook. It's got a solid keeper on there. Good looking weed guard on it. Pretty soft actually. Next up, heavy duty Gorilla swim jig. One of the funnest jigs to fish out of the Beast Coast lineup. I absolutely love this thing. And this is a color called Dirty Money. So I just got it this year, just started using it, and I just ordered a bunch more because all I had was just, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and they get torn up and the skirt starts to break off on it and stuff if you start catching a bunch of bass on them. So I've had to order a few more here to replace them, but love this swim jig. Dirty Money. It's a great little like green pumpkin bluegill color, and big 4/0 BKK hook on it. Not too big, and it's strong as hell. I haven't been able to bend it yet. And just a great overall swim jig. I absolutely love this swim jig. Next up, we got a couple Battle Flip jigs. This jig, I really like it for pretty much, I've only got to experience it with about one certain style of fishing, which is like fishing heavy reeds. And I actually really liked it, so I got a few more colors, of course. Bruise, can't go wrong there, and Dirtbag. The 2 colors I got here, just 3/8 ounce and 1/2 ounce sizes. Just like it's gonna have like a light, like a slow gliding fall into those reeds, and it comes through really good with this unique brush guard that they have on here. So anyway, ordered a few more of these, different colors for different watercolors and stuff. So next I had to reload on a few 1/4 ounce snipers. 1/4 ounce is probably like the most underutilized size, but I absolutely love it for when I'm fishing shallow water, especially in the springtime. You know, anytime basically pre-spawn, April and May, around, you know, the Northeast, Lake Champlain, it's going to be probably my #1 bait, honestly, when fishing shallow. And picked up a few more of the 1/4 ounce size. I always go with the MB colors, either the Pumpkin, the Mothman, or Sexy Melon. I really like the way that they only have, I think it's a 22 strand skirt versus like a 60 on the other colors, and this really emphasizes the trailer. So I'm using a little Ned rig or a cross style trailer on the back of this thing, and it's just unbelievable how good the thing is. So these are the tungsten versions. And the last of my jigs that I got here, 3/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce, and 1/2 ounce little magnums. One of the most famous jigs. I think Beast Coast is probably founded off this jig, I feel like. This one's a 3/8 ounce. I really like how they have all what size it is stamped right there on the side of the head. The color Bruised. Of course, you just can't go wrong with any of these black and blue or the dark brown colors that they've got. This is just an awesome little jig. If you made it through this far into the video, bless your soul. You can check out all these products that I've got here at beastcoastfishing.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Brett Carnwright. See you next time.